Is there any other YouTuber in the world that encourages weight loss appropriately more so than me? Name a channel more devoted to losing weight in a healthy manner than mine. And so when you say I'm a hater, have you watched a single video? Did you in fact watch this video I did on City Boys? No respect for you. You're just doing it for the views, for the clicks, to get money, and you're doing so at my expense. Coach Greg, and today you got to bear with me. This is the best camera setup I could get. We're evacuated from our home. We don't know how many days or weeks. We can't go back to our home. There's forest fires everywhere. But I'm bringing you a new video anyway. I made a guy quit his weight loss journey. I'm a hater. I'm picking on this guy. Oh, Coach Greg, the worst guy you've ever met. And so quite literally, that's what Aaron of the City Boys is saying about Coach Greg. And so what I actually did is I made a video. The guy wanted to lose 120 pounds in 180 days. I said, that is impossible. Well, at least not while following a diet with only a 700 calorie daily deficit. It equates to a daily calorie deficit of 2,333 calories. And of course, if you crash diet, you know what's gonna happen. You're not only gonna just lose fat, you're gonna lose a lot of muscle. And so imagine his end goal. Joins the gym, workout for 6 months, and suddenly you look like a professional bodybuilder. I don't think so. It took you a lifetime to put on the weight. Gonna take you years to lose it. And so throughout the video, I pointed all the positive things that he stated. Every time he said something good, I highlighted it. Said, great job. Listen to this guy.
150 calories a bun, 80 calories a bun.
And notice this, he's reading nutrition labels. This is a must. And so he makes a valid point. It's all about counting calories. He's substituting for low-calorie ice cream alternatives. This is exactly what you need to do when you go to the grocery store.
As you were saying, 0 calories per can. Yes.
Notice, he is actually smart. The guy's saying, no soda. He's like, it's diet. And when he said things that never made sense, like losing 120 pounds in 180 days, I said, no, you can't do it. Sorry, thinking you can do that, that makes you a moron. But if you're not in an appropriate deficit, how could you possibly lose that much weight? You should have told him, look, I know you want to lose 120 pounds in about 6 months, but it's going to take you well over a year to do so. So please, have realistic goals. And I quite literally blamed it on his coaches. People are saying, oh, he's just listening to the professional coaches. Yeah, I pointed out, those coaches should have told him what he needs to hear, not what he wants to hear. Wanted to hear, I can lose 120 pounds in 180 days. And the fans, rather than telling them the truth, sorry, you're going to fail. And so I literally did this guy a favor. Know someone else I did the same thing for? Brentley G. Anyone heard of this guy? Guy was over 500 pounds. He's on a weight loss journey. Had a YouTube channel, bit over 20,000 followers. Made a video on him, and in fact, several. Guy now has 220,000 followers. He's making a living from YouTube. And so what does Aaron do? He clickbaits the video, makes it look like I'm an asshole, that I encouraged him to quit, that I told him he wasn't training hard enough, when I in fact did the exact opposite. Said, you're doing too much. You're biting off more than you can chew. Please set a realistic goal. I want you to be successful. I want you to achieve your goals. And so you're thinking, Coach Greg's a hater. No, I want him to be successful. I want him to lose the weight. The problem is, if he tries to do this, it's going to backfire. You'd have to literally be in a calorie deficit over triple the one that you're following. Over 2,000 calories a day. That you're training too hard. That if you're sore, that you should go easy. That you should progressive overload. And so what do the people say? Oh, let's blame Coach Greg. Coach Greg's an asshole. He deliberately found your video only to tear you down. I do the exact opposite. I do this for a living. I spend countless hours every single day trying to find videos of which I can then respond to teach millions of other people the exact proper way to lose the weight. And so what did I do? I used his video as an educational tool to explain to people the good, bad, and the ugly of his own weight loss journey. And I know it's not fun to hear, but listen, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I wish you had a different trainer, or at least that trainer used some mathematics to figure out that this is actually physically impossible. But hey, wishing you the best. And so that other people in the world, perhaps they have the same goals to lose 200 pounds, that they can learn to do it the right way. But if you watch his video, he titled it 120 pounds in 180 days. And so after he recorded his first video, I recorded my video several weeks ago. Don't quit because of the haters. Focus on the long run instead of the short run. Did I tell him to quit? Or did I tell him to set realistic goals?
And so in 180 days, approximately 25 weeks, he could drop about 25% body fat. That would be a realistic goal. It would be hard, but he could potentially do it.
I believe that I said with his current deficit, he should expect to lose 36 pounds. That what his realistic goal would be to lose 50, maybe 60 pounds in that same time.
And so based on the math, he's going to lose 1.4 pounds a week. And so if he loses 1.4 pounds a week, and he does this for 180 days, he's going to lose 36 pounds of fat. Yet his goal is to lose 120 pounds in 180 days. Had he said, I'm going to lose 60 pounds, half of that in 180 days, I would have said, yeah, I think he can do it.
Did I encourage him to quit or to diet properly, to set realistic goals? Don't let that douchebag get to you, man. You're being an inspiration to people and the fight against obesity. Keep up the great work. Is there any other YouTuber in the world that encourages weight loss appropriately more so than me? Name a channel more devoted to losing weight in a healthy manner than mine. And so when you say I'm a hater, have you watched a single video? Did you in fact watch this video I did on City Boys? Dude, he's not even natural. You're doing amazing and we're proud of you, G. Does me being on HRT have absolutely anything to do with the fact that I've written various cookbooks, a circle diet book, and that I coach people to lose weight for a living? Bro, please do not quit. Greg doesn't determine your journey, bro. Really? Has anyone who made a single comment watched a single one of my videos? And so do you know what the reality actually is? This guy lied. He knew he couldn't lose 120 pounds in 180 days, yet he titled it that way regardless. Why? Because it looks better. I'm going to lose 120 pounds in 180 days. Imagine if he had said, I'm going to lose 36 pounds in 180 days. Would that get as many eyeballs? No. And so when he made this video, I quit. Do you know why he did that? He's not quitting. He did that because he wants you to come to this channel, and he paints a picture that I somehow encouraged him to quit so that he can hate on me. Oh, poor Aaron. He's a small YouTube channel. That guy with the annoying voice, the steroid abuser, he's here to pick on you. And so let's all feel sorry for him. And so he deliberately paints his picture this way. I had mad respect for this guy for trying to lose weight. Now, I don't give a cookbook about this guy. I want to paint the truth. I am here to help people. Anyone who's watched my videos, they know this to be true. Watch the original video I made on this guy. Watch the videos I've done on Brentley G. Do I look like a hater? Do I look like somebody who does not try to promote health and fitness to the world?
I quit.
The guy is not only obese, he's
Morbidly obese.
And so as soon as he cuts out, the guy is not only obese, he's morbidly obese. You know what I said after? That means that it's more important for him to lose weight than ever.
The guy is not only obese, he's morbidly obese. That is very, very large. This puts your health at risk. It's certainly jeopardizing his chance to be on this earth for as long as humanly possible. And so if you struggle with your weight for so long, your entire life, very unlikely that you're going to solve all the problems in a matter of 6 months.
The guy, he's clearly taking years off his life. He needs to lose the weight. I don't want him to quit. And if he tries to lose the weight this quickly, to starve himself to lose 120 pounds in 180 days, he might in fact lose the weight, but eventually he's going to quit. And he's not only going to gain that weight back, he's going to regain all the weight and then some. And so I wanted him to do it appropriately. I went through his entire video, and I've watched multiple videos since then. And so I know more about this guy than the most of you watching the video right now. I've seen him work out with professional bodybuilders, going for 1 rep max on the bench press, thinking he should be training harder than last time. I've seen him train too hard. I've seen him take on too much. Meanwhile, what he should be doing is trying to focus more on cardio. He could go slowly. Take your time. Walk slower. Don't go too hard. You don't need to tire yourself out, lose your breath. And so what I've done is I tried to help the guy, to encourage more people to follow him, so that more people who have lose weight could learn from this guy. But instead of that, he throws me under the bus, all for views. And so I do not respect this guy anymore. And so let's watch the video, see what he does.
A lot of the stuff you did say was in fact true.
Yeah, a lot of what I said is in fact true. Yeah, all of it. Every last word. And so we're showing you what I actually said in the video. We're going to show all the positive things I said so that you can actually have a true representation of what I actually was saying about this guy.
And so he makes a valid point. It's all about counting calories. He's substituting for low-calorie ice cream alternatives. This is exactly what you need to do when you go to the grocery store.
Not trying to make it look like I was hating on him, but the fact that I was trying to help him. And so any of you who commented who did not watch my video, please watch my video. And after you've watched the video, now come and comment. Do you have the same opinion on me? What do you think about the City Boys for lying about losing all that weight? He knew he couldn't lose that weight. He states so in the future videos.
Week 7 of me trying to lose 120 pounds in 180 days. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that goal doesn't seem possible anymore.
You can't lose 120 pounds in 180 days on a 700 calorie daily deficit. That if you wanted to actually lose that much weight, you'd have to triple that deficit.
The other side of that though, gang, I'm not just eating in a deficit, I'm working out.
And so let's try to educate him again. If you're on a 700 calorie daily deficit and you also work out on top of that, then you're not in a 700 calorie daily deficit. And so your total calorie deficit for the day is the total amount of calories consumed, how much you've eaten, minus total calories burned. And so whether you do 5 hours of cardio, no cardio, you're training in the gym, so on, at the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. And so your deficit is calculated by how many calories are you in the hole. If you're eating 3,000 calories a day and you now eat 2,300 calories a day, that is a 700 calorie deficit. But in addition to that, if you also do 2 hours of cardio and burn off 1,000 more calories, then you're in a 1,700 calorie daily deficit. And that is how it works. And so if you say, my goal is to lose 120 pounds in 180 days by being in a 700 calorie deficit, then it's not my fault for correcting you. I'm simply talking about the math. If you did it wrong, it's not my fault. I'm simply trying to educate you. And since you have professional trainers, dietitians, nutritionists, and so on, why did they not correct? If you had Coach Greg as your coach, you wouldn't have made that mistake. And so do you really think that you're going from a 700 calorie deficit to 3 times that much by just adding in the fact that you're working out? And so let's think about it. You are in a 700 calorie deficit through diet alone, and 3 times that, so an additional 1,400 calories, you're burning at the gym. And so you're trying to convince me that when you go to the gym, you burn off 1,400 calories? Are you really trying to convince me? Did your trainers tell you that? Because I don't believe that you should know this. You're just a guy. You're a guy who does YouTube videos. You're not an expert. And so I don't blame you for not knowing. But your trainers, your dietitians, the people that are putting you through those workouts, they should know you're not burning off 1,400 calories a day. Because to lose 120 pounds in 180 days, I stated you need to burn off over triple what you're doing right now. And so if you're only in a 700 calorie deficit, where are those other 1,500 calories coming from? From training gym? Of course not. And so regardless of how you want to spin it, you still can't lose 120 pounds, 180 days.
If he would have took the time to watch more than the original video, watch more of the series, I feel like he could have gave me some advice that actually helped me a little bit more.
And so he wanted me to watch more of his series to give him more information. I record this video after the first video in his series. And so he says himself in this video, I'm already on week 14. I record multiple weeks ahead. I do the same thing. I got 30 videos in the queue. 30! This video I recorded so long ago, I forgot when I even recorded. And so I'm somehow supposed to time travel into the future and watch all your future videos in order to make my original video responding to you saying you're going to lose 120 pounds in 180 days. Does that make sense? Are you with me? You recorded video number 1, I watched it, and I recorded video. Am I supposed to watch every future video and then record a response to video number 1 where you then say, oh, in the future videos, I said it's not possible. You can't lose 120 pounds in 180 days. Think about it.
Some of the stuff he did say did help, but it was stuff we've already covered and talked about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, we covered it a week ago. Some of the help he gave me, it had already covered it a week ago. I already learned about that. Record this video months ago.
Where I said, hey, this lofty goal of 120 pounds in 180 days isn't realistic.
And so did I not say it's not realistic? And so rather than calling it 120 pounds 180 days, and so why did you not then change the video to losing 120 pounds in 365 days? Why didn't we do that? Why did we not change the title? And so rather than title the video, I Quit, why didn't you say, Coach Greg was right? Title that video. And in the video say, I watched Coach Greg's video. He says I can't lose 120 pounds in 180 days. He showed me the math. He showed how my trainers never made any sense. And so I have now reestablished my goals. I'm going to take the information he presented and I'm going to use it to make me better. Why did he do that? I'll tell you why. It doesn't get clicks. It's better to make fun of Coach Greg. Why? Because that's what people do. Oh, he's a famous guy. He's got over 1 million followers. I'm going to tear him down. I'm going to make him look like he's an asshole.
I see nothing but people from Greg Doucette's video. You lost before you even started. This, that, and the third.
He did lose before he even started. His goal is to lose 120 pounds in 180 days. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear, yay, you can do it. You're so great. Yay, let's go. Let's cheer for this guy. That's what everyone does. Do you know why? Because it's easy. Somebody says, hey, I want to lose 200 pounds in 100 days. Yeah, you can do it. Put your mind to it. You know you can do it. That's a lot easier to say than, really? Are you an idiot? You can't do that. Think of the math. You really want to suffer like that? You want to be in a 5,000 calorie daily deficit? Makes no sense. And so people are just scared to tell the truth, to speak out, to say what they're really thinking. People are thinking, you can't lose all this weight. And so I make a video and say, you're not going to achieve this goal. Not possible. And so rather than biting off more than you can chew, why not set a realistic goal? Imagine you said, hey, my goal is to increase my bench press by 200 pounds in 100 days. Why would you do that? Why not set an actual goal that you can achieve? And so I just want you to be successful. And when you set goals that you can't attain and you are guaranteed to not achieve them, how is that motivating?
Mind you, on the channel, we're on week 9. I'm filming week 14. I'm about 3-4 weeks ahead of content.
Oh, 3 or 4 weeks ahead of content. But when I make a video, I have to watch every single video in the future. Really? Think about it. So how do you not get this? Oh, I watched Greg's video and he didn't talk about that video I posted 4 weeks from now. How could I do that?
I've actually been putting in the effort week over week over week to lose the weight.
Did I say he's not putting in the effort? Had I once criticized him for not trying? Did I once discourage him from trying to lose weight? No, I encouraged him to lose weight effectively. 700 calorie daily deficit a day. That to me makes perfect sense. That's 4,900 calories a week. Little over a pound lost a week. What do I always preach? 0.5 to 1% of your body weight a week. Anything more than that, probably going to lose a lot of muscle. And so if he did, in fact, lose 120 pounds in 100 days, it's physically possible if you starve yourself. What do you think the majority of that's going to be? It's going to be muscle, water.
The plan is to be in a daily calorie deficit of 700 calories. And so listen to me. To lose 1 pound of fat, you have to be in a deficit of 3,500 calories. He's going to be in a daily calorie deficit of 700. There's 7 days a week. 7 times 700, it's 4,900. And so based on the math, he's going to lose 1.4 pounds a week.
And remember, this guy is not taking GO2 max. He's not taking NMN. And so he's not going to have as much energy. He's not going to be able to burn as many calories as if he were supplementing with GO2 max. And neither are he taking a semi-glutide such as Ozempic. And we've all seen those studies. They lose 15, 20% of their body weight. And when they examined how much of that body weight was actually body fat, it was less than half. Yeah, you lost 50 pounds, but 25 of that was lean body tissue. It was muscle. How is that good? And so my suggestion, rather than trying to rely on Ozempic, which could cost $1,000 a month, why not try GO2 max, research-based, scientifically shown in research studies, double-blind, placebo-controlled human studies to have a dramatic effect on cardio, performance, endurance, to have more energy, better sleep, lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure, and so on. Discussed on the Joe Rogan podcast by Andrew Huberman and others. Don't just take my word for it. Please read the research. Code Greg, 10% off. Click the link in the description.
The series as it now stands, I will be changing it.
And so notice, he's changing the series now. I said, why not change the goal to an appropriate amount?
And so in 180 days, approximately 25 weeks, he could drop about 25% body fat. That would be a realistic goal. It would be hard, but he could potentially do it. And that would mean he'd be starting at 45% body fat. I would say he's closer to 65%. And so 65 minus 25%, that would put him down to 40. And so a realistic goal that he could do realistically in 6 months, probably get down to 40%.
And what is he doing right now? Exactly what I said. But instead of saying, thanks, Coach Greg, that made sense, he's trying to insult me. trying to make me look like I'm an asshole that is encouraging him to quit. That is the opposite of what I do in any of my videos, and anyone, the millions who are watching my videos, every last one of them knows this.
Guy who made some meal prep for me. He's friends with my trainer. My trainer told me to reach out to him.
New trainer, by the way?
New trainer.
And so apparently as a new trainer, perhaps the last trainer, after watching my videos, he said, you know what? I watched Coach Greg's video, and what you said doesn't make sense. You can't lose 120 pounds in 180 days. Why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you say that a 700 calorie deficit is not low enough to allow me to lose that much weight? Coach Greg said 36 pounds. He said a realistic goal, perhaps 50 pounds in 6 months. Why are you saying I can do this? I hired you to tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear.
Greg Doucette say I ain't working hard.
Damn.
What was that?
Greg Doucette say I ain't working hard.
Fuck you, Greg.
Really? And so not once but twice you say, Greg Doucette says I'm not working hard. Show me one time I said this. Or even a suggestion or a hint that I might have suggested this.
And so you're thinking, Coach Greg's a hater. No, I want him to be successful. I want him to lose the weight. The problem is, if he tries to do this, it's going to backfire. He's not going to do it, going to get discouraged, lose some weight, sure, regain it, and then some. I know it's not fun to hear, but listen, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I wish you had a different trainer, or at least that trainer used some mathematics to figure out that this is actually physically impossible. But hey, wishing you the best.
Did I ever say you were not working hard? Or that your goals were too lofty? I said, you need to slow down. You're doing too much. I literally did the opposite. I said, you're training too hard. And so I hear, cookbook you, Greg. Really? From me, a guy who tried to help you. The way I helped Brentley G. Literally showing your video, promoting you to a much larger audience. And so rather than taking my advice and saying, I appreciate the video, you choose to try and throw me under the bus. No respect for you. You're just doing it for the views, for the clicks, to get money, and you're doing so at my expense.
Greg.
Stop saying his name.
Why is he saying my name? Everyone knows that Greg is the worst human name possible for a man.
What is the worst name a dude can have?
Probably Greg.
And so what's most shocking to me is there's no way this guy watched my video and couldn't tell I was trying to help. He specifically and deliberately chose to try to throw me under the bus by nitpicking certain senses to make it look like I'm encouraging him to quit, that he's not working hard enough. I never said that. He chose to lie on purpose about Coach Greg. That is where I draw the line. No respect for this guy. All he cares about the views, of which he got way more views. Compare this video, I quit, to the last 10 videos he's put out. Close to 50,000 views on this video. The rest of them about 10,000. And so what is he doing? He's clickbaiting, throwing me under the bus, trying to make it look like I try to make him quit, that he's not training hard enough. And so people who've never seen my videos are going to think, oh, that's that steroid guy. That's a guy that thinks that anyone who's overweight, that they're not working hard enough. Really?
Time to hit the gym. It is 9:43, so no pre-workout. Might take an energy drink when I get there.
And what he really should be taking is GO2 Max, of which I would have sent it to him for free. But not anymore. Don't respect this guy. And so, hey, you're on your own. I might have even given you my free cookbook, 3.0. It's brand new. Wow, what a difference that would have made. But hey, since you're hating on Coach Greg, you can lose your weight on your own. And so this is what the people who actually watch my videos, this is what they said. Remember, this is on his wall. The don't let that douchebag get you, man, who has 808 likes. Well, the number one comment in response to that, you clearly don't know who Greg Doucette is. He is trying to help him at the same time keeping it real with him. He literally talked about how people will be like, so, oh, you got this, man. Hooray, great for you. Instead of, hey, man, I know you want to lose weight and that's great and all, but 120 pounds in 180 days, it's not possible. I myself tried losing weight only eating 600 calories a day for 3 weeks. Lost 17 pounds while slight workout for an hour, and that barely hits the mark. Also, you feel like shit. Even if Aaron says that he's talked about this, that even if he doesn't hit it, he's going to keep trying, then why does he always have that in every single thumbnail? Think of it. He's admitting that he can't lose 120 pounds in 100 days, but he puts it in every title. Why? For views, for clicks. He doesn't care that he's lying, that he's misleading the people. People are clicking on, I want to know how I can lose weight that quick. He knows he can't lose it, and he deliberately lies. Not only in the title, but about Coach Greg as a human being. Greg was just being honest with him while trying to help him. While I believe Greg could have worded himself better, as Aaron said, some of his tips were right. It's not like he was telling Aaron to quit because he'll never make it. He recommended a change in approach, albeit still not working with all the info available. Again, I often record videos months in advance. You can't say I have to watch his most recent videos when I record a video long ago. Also, what I want to understand is why Greg picked Aaron's vids of all other people. Why him? I've done hundreds of these on various individuals. Black, white, tall, thin, everybody. Even trans. And so to say I'm picking on this guy, that I somehow deliberately am trying to put him down, when I'm trying to help him, when my goal is to have more people go and follow his channel, how could he possibly throw me under the bus like this? Imagine if Bradley G had responded to me this way. This is a fitness influencer, obese, training in a commercial gym. Fat in the gym. Bradley G needs to lose more. Terrible transformation. I would expect much more Bradley G. Yet if you watch all of the videos, you will see I defend Bradley G more than anyone. Every video has been positive. Every video encouraging Bradley to keep going. And the community following Bradley G more positive, more optimistic than any other channel. Yet this guy tries to put down Coach Greg. I literally was trying to do for this man the same thing I did for Bradley G. Bradley G now making a living from YouTube, over 220,000 followers. He literally got his 100,000 follower plaque just recently, and he had already achieved over 200,000. That's how fast he's growing. But oh, I'm City Boys. I'm too good for Coach Greg. I'm just gonna hate on him. And no, I don't want you to go and write him hate messages, but I'm not leaving his video like that. To those of you who don't follow Coach Greg, who are following City Boys and you wanna actually know how to lose weight in the real world, come to my channel. Become a subscriber. Watch my videos with Bradley G. Bradley G, a far better motivator than City Boys. And so if you want to learn from someone who's actually motivating, from a nice guy, somebody that you can learn from, who's not going to lie to you, follow Bradley G. I'm done. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. And of course, Cookbook 3.0, it's brand new. Head over there. You can purchase it right now. And don't forget, I also have a Harder Than Last Time clothing line. You can get clothes there. And if you want a free diet and training program, that's right, it's not just about making money. You want something for free, you got no money, head over to my website, enter your first and last name and your email address. I'm going to send you over a free diet and training program. It's close to 50 pages, right? Head over to my website right now, and to purchase anything, don't forget, code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.